Hello, guys. It has been a while. Welcome back to Dolly Diaries. It has been quite a while since I've done a reaction video. Now, I will say I found this video, Fake Baby Obsession. And usually when I find videos online, on YouTube talking about reborn dolls, when people really don't know, it frustrates me and angers me. But the way this fella, Papa Meat, did it, I must admit, I couldn't stop laughing the entire time. So, let's watch it together. I want to watch it again with you guys. And yeah, I just think it's funny the way he put it together. So let's do that together.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? Come in and sit on down because today we're talking about fake babies, aka reborn dolls. For many people, playing with dolls and action figures was a normal part of their childhood, with some holding on to their childhood toys out of nostalgia for the past. Other people simply enjoy collecting dolls as a hobby, but the internet has allowed for a weird community of realistic...
Weird community. Yeah, a weird community.
doll enthusiasts to grow and thrive. Realistic dolls have been popular for some time, but these people take them to an extreme. Not only that, but these dolls have also led to criminal investigations and caused families to fall apart. What is it about these dolls that draws people to them? And how is it...
You notice this Papa Meat has a magic shirt on, which is quite funny because, you know, magic can be an obsession and a collection, and well, a massive collection costing lots of money, and you can sell magic cards at quite high prices to make money, which is really, really funny. And I know this because of my partner. So yeah, it's just so funny. And when you look in the background of his collection of things, you know, he gets into that's what's so funny about it, because we're all weird.
That the community keeps growing. To answer that, we'll have to go back about 30 years to the very, very beginning. The concept of reborn dolls began in the 1990s, when doll makers in the United States began to make hyper-realistic dolls by using techniques like repainting, adding new hair, and inserting weights to make them feel like a real...
I will say, though, guys, you know, I mean, he did a good job in some of his research, but a lot of it is off and incorrect. So I'll just place it there before I don't want to stop every time there's something incorrect, but you'll realize that when you're watching it. But it's he's quite fun. I just find him comical. I just find his expressions, his energy, his voice, everything about him just makes me laugh.
Baby. And it wasn't until 2002 that the term reborn doll was coined, as they were made from old vinyl dolls, repainted and resculpted to allow for more realistic looking features. What was once a little fake baby, now real baby. Love you.
Oh boy, do they look real.
Haunting. They're haunting. It's uncanny is what it is. It's very...
And the way they actually do this video, where I don't know, the video, oh, what's the term I'm looking for? The video editing is just is awesome. It's awesome.
It's weird seeing something that is supposed to be, you know, even babies just do like a little whatever like that. But seeing it just completely stiff, you're like, looks like a dead corpse kind of. That's where it kind of gets me a little bit. I'm like,
Some of them kind of paint them a bit blue.
They do paint.
Now he is showing, you know, we all know in the reborn doll community it's when you go researching the reborn dolls and you don't know nothing about reborn dolls, it's very, very confusing. Obviously, this particular picture that he showed, but it's actually a Temu or AliExpress doll. It's not an actual art doll. But it's so confusing because the terminology reborn doll means different things for different people, and we all know that. But it's just like, I don't know a whole lot about magic, but what I do know is just, you know, whatever. So anyway, I just think it's funny because he's just going by what he found on the internet to research, and that's all you can go by, right? You know, you can search and search and search, and some of the you'll see coming up, some of the websites he utilizes is not necessarily where you buy your reborn dolls, where you get a kit to make a reborn doll. But anyway, moving along.
Them as if they were pulled from a river. There's like a little bit of bloat to them where you're like, The people who create these dolls are called reborners, and the act of creating a doll is referred to as reborning. And over the years, reborners perfected the art of making these dolls, which continue to capture people's attention. At the same time people were making dolls, the internet was evolving as well. 2002 was also when the first
like you can see, he's just going to, this looks like, yeah, this is eBay. Like, you know, we all know that these are not actual art dolls. These are manufactured dolls from Temu, AliExpress, yada, yada. And his price for you can buy a doll from this price up, he's using the terminology reborn as just a blanketed terminology for all dolls that supposedly are looking more realistic. Yeah. And I use the terminology a reborn doll is a doll that's actually painted from a kit by an artist, not something from Temu or AliExpress. But anyway, I don't want to have to keep just talking about that, but we all know the video that he's got many things incorrect. But once again, I want to watch this video with you guys because he's just funny.
Reborn doll was added to eBay, allowing this even broader market to grow. And this led to the use of new materials such as silicone and the production of specialized parts to meet a new level of demand, a new level of realism, to make it as real as possible. Baby.
Reborn. Fusion Reborn, Dragon Ball Z.
Do the dance, do the dance! Editor, have two dead babies do a Fusion Reborn dance, and then they come back as a bigger dead baby. The doll.
Anyway, he's into, yeah, what you call geeky things or whatever, like Dragon Ball Z and magic and different things like that, which is so funny to me.
Dolls made in the early 2000s are now sought-after collection pieces, with some going for upwards of $2,000. And as the 2000s have progressed, the community has only grown larger and more diverse. So let's dive in and take a look at the reborner community. With the growing market, reborners began creating online stores where they would make and sell their own reborn dolls. These virtual storefronts had fully built nurseries where they displayed their dolls for...
Now you're going to notice when we're watching Papa Meat here that the different clips that he's gotten is from folks, creators in our Reborn Doll community. You're going to notice several folks from our community on his clips, which is kind of funny. I find it funny. Oh, it says he does give a source, Kits to Cradle Nursing, Mother Nursery. Oh, that's kind of funny. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, I don't know.
People to buy online, as if you were in a nursery, you know, like looking at babies. You know, the classic thing of looking through and there's a sea of babies and like plastic.
I should actually do an actual a video making fun of or talking about people that are into magic and all that craziness surrounding magic and the cards and the fake cards from Temu and AliExpress you can buy and people trying to pawn them off as real cards and how people go so obsessively over magic and the game of magic and online magic. And it's funny because that's the place I think he's coming from, where he's just wearing a t-shirt for something to do. I'm not really sure if he's wearing a t-shirt for something to do or what, but I'm assuming he's into that kind of a world.
Like troughs or whatever, and they're like, that one's mine. Look at him over there, and he's just like... Eventually, in-person reborn stores began to slowly pop up, where you could walk in and choose a baby right off the street, and each reborn doll is displayed inside a crib, allowing you to browse the babies, pick them up, and purchase clothes.
I actually love how he puts the source down there at Dreamshire. I like that. I like how he's done that. It's very, very, very professional, I think.
For them. A popular online nursery, Dreamshire, allows an in-person nursery experience for $50 in addition to price of the baby. The room is set up like a hospital nursery with babies lined up in a row, and customers are expected to bathe the baby before taking it home.
Sorry.
That feels a bit...
Why? Cleaning. What are you gonna do too if you're like, no, a guard's by the door?
Pull gun.
You wanna leave here alive? Hole. In Pennsylvania, Dolls by Sandy offers a Build-A-Bear-like experience.
Dolls by Sandy, Build-A-Bear experience. He doesn't get it that this is where you go and get the things where you make the dolls. Like you need to get the supplies to make the dolls. He thinks it's just you take this and hit what color hair you want and all this and it the doll's miraculously made and sent to you. I don't know what he's thinking, but
as they have more than just complete dolls, they also provide all of the necessary parts to construct one. They have everything from eyeballs to hair to arms to even ebooks that teach you how to assemble and paint your own reborn dolls properly, which is kind of sick.
Sorry, you're gonna be sick of me laughing. I'm just getting a kick out of this video. Sorry, and if it bothers people that I think it is quite funny the way he's describing this, you don't have to watch it. You can just go watch something else. But I just think it's really, really funny the way he goes about exploring this world, our world.
Make him like a diverse king. Black arm, white arm, Mexican leg.
I thought you were going to say, like, make him a cyborg.
Yeah, exactly. He has a laser eye, and one eye's just completely black, and he has one angel wing and one devil wing.
He's got Cloud Sword.
This baby sounds cool as fuck, doesn't he? You know what they do, too? They'd be like, his name? Zach. At a store in Grain Valley, Missouri called Heavenly Touch Reborn Nursery, you could walk into a gallery of dolls on shelves and behind display cases, and this store promotes itself by hosting raffles where
Has anybody else out there been to this store? This nursery?
customers can win free dolls. It also features a giant baby crib parade float, complete with a person dressed as an oversized baby who tosses candy into the crowd.
If you're just a random person watching this, or I don't want to say random, someone who follows this Papa Meat, or I think that's what his name is, and you don't know anything about reborn dolls, you're watching this video, you are probably thinking, these people are crazy. They're crazy, right? What is going on? I guess it's similar to, like, I can see a magic kind of thing back here. I don't know if it's a t-shirt hanging over his chair or what. But, it's just like when magic came out, when it first came out, there's a lot of controversy surrounding, devil worshipping and this and that and everything. It's just what you don't understand, we tend to make fun of. Oh, look at that creature in the background. That's funny, that pink with the big teeth coming down. Anyway, I just think it's funny how one person from a community of weirdos talking about another community of weirdos to the general public is just kind of funny. It's just kind of funny.
Which I think is fun. Giant baby. Oh, I'm a nightmare. From outside the community, a lot of people are confused as to why so many people, mostly women, are interested in buying realistic silicone babies. According to people in the reborn doll community, they use these dolls.
I remember seeing this clip on the news such a long time ago where this is forever ago. You can tell. But I think she got scammed out of a doll or something, and they did a news clip about this gal. But it basically, like most of the time, focuses on mental health and that sort of stuff. And, everybody collects for different reasons. But I find a lot of the time publicly, that's all we talk about is people collect these dolls because of mental health. What does it say? The source: woman finds her reborn doll healing. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so a lot of people talk about this like it's, well, we all know that, it's because you have these issues, so this is why you collect these dolls. But do we ever talk about that, like for individuals who collect trains, magic, Pokemon cards, and all those sorts of things? When we do a news article on something like that, we talk about usually the game itself, blah, 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 but we don't talk about the people. There's something wrong with these people, or there has to be something going on mentally to be interested in this collection of Pokemon cards and magic and this and that, right? It's so weird how the general public tends to look at that way. And we know because we live and breathe it all the time. And it even comes in like, well, let's just play the video.
In what is referred to as reborn doll therapy. This kind of therapy is sometimes prescribed to women who can't have children on their own. Still, it has a long list of claims, including being able to help with Alzheimer's patients, dementia, PTSD, anxiety, and depression. These dolls do have proven benefits for those who have recently lost babies and can be used as...
Are we saying they're prescribed to people like they're like a pill or something? Reborn dolls are prescribed to people who may have these issues. I wonder if magic is prescribed to people, or collection of different Pokemon cards, or doing different hobby-like things. It's a hobby. So yes, I do think it's encouraged to get a hobby or do a hobby or do something that's beneficial for mental health wellness. But I don't think the doll itself is prescribed as a way to help people. But what does that say? Grandma's princess, rest in peace. All righty.
A tool to role play to help the parents in their grieving process. However, grieving parents are not the only people to engage in role playing with these dolls.
Today's episode sponsored by Gamer Subs. We have our own flavor, raw meat. Go drink raw meat right now. Do you like summer in a glass? Then drink raw meat. Gamer Subs, zero sugar, right? Nice caffeine. Or if you don't like caffeine, they have caffeine-free options. Raw meat. Go get raw meat. Use promo code.
That's some kind of weird commercial he's doing. It's just his own little funny commercial. He's sticking it in there for his channel, I think.
Pop meat and checkout. I swear to God, you're gonna get it. You're gonna love it. Please go buy this. If everyone just got one, right, it would end world hunger. That's a fact. If everyone got one right now, if you're watching this fucking video and you go get it, world hunger's done. Ring a ding ding ding. Don't drink it. Raw meat. Raw meat. That's my flavor. Raw meat. Go drink it. Thank you so much, Gamer Subs, for sponsoring this video. Go fucking get this. I'm not even joking.
Many people buy these dolls and treat them like real babies, dressing them out, taking them out in public, and even building nurseries for their dolls in their homes. Many reborners recognize that these dolls are not their real kids, but that still doesn't stop them from treating it like it's a real baby. They know it's not real, but they treat it like it's a real baby. I'll be honest though, that pissed me off if I was a kid. If I was one of like the real kids, whatever, and my mom's just like, oh, I'm feeding the baby, I'd be like, what the what? Hello?
Do you gaslight your child? Be like, this is your baby brother.
Yeah, if you're a psychopath, sleepy, you gotta kill him. That would scare me, actually. You're gonna wait.
I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of people out there that be offended by that, but I just think it's so funny. I don't know. Sorry, guys, but I do think it's funny the way he goes about it because I could just visual. Because it is. To the general public, it is really strange what we do. We don't care, but I mean, it's just really strange.
I'm like, real mom. That would freak me the fuck out, dude.
Would you pick the baby up to shake it?
If you did that, though, the person would like, push out of the way. That would freak me up. That would freak me out, man. In an interview with one woman, she explained why she loved the doll so much, stating, quote,
It feels like I have a real baby. I take them out to the park, and if I'm walking the dog, and maybe put it in the stroller, or put it in its sling, or hold it in a
Sorry.
blanket, and people do think it's real.
That seems malicious.
what are you getting off by, like, trying to trick people? There's one thing with people collecting them, the same way that you would collect Beanie Babies or something else, which I think is normal. You can have, like, a realistic baby, the same way that, like, I get horror movie props, or you get whatever, something that's realistic. If it has the weight of it, you're like, oh, it's just kind of cool. You're perfectly mimicking something is very impressive. But there's something weird to me about someone who's just, like, holding it in public and stuff, and they're like, oh, your baby's cute, and you're like, thank you. Because you definitely know they're not like, oh, it's a doll.
You want
That's the thing. He doesn't. Most people. Well, I would say the majority of people will say. I know if I've ever gone out with my dolls, I definitely say this is a doll because it's for my YouTube channel. That's why I take the dolls out for my YouTube channel. But yeah, for content. So
want people to know you're doing this.
Well, yeah, it's like somebody wants, oh, it's a cute baby.
Thank you.
It's the same way like pup play, where you go out and dress like as a dog.
They love the attention. It's peacocking a little bit, isn't
They
it?
want people to know, like, this is what I do.
Yeah, look at me. My baby's real. You'll never know. But it doesn't stop there. A growing number of reborners are no longer content with dolls just looking realistic. They want the dolls to act like real babies too. Some reborn shops have started.
now, there's not too many people that I know on the YouTube world that utilize these things because they're not as cuddly and their stuff. But there is people that do like this, right? They do like the noises and the sounds and the breathing and all that coming from reborn dolls. I don't have a doll like this. I recently purchased a doll that I haven't got working yet, but anyway, a doll that some people use or has been used in the past in like grade 9 schools, you know, for a class for baby class or something. But yeah, this is funny. I don't know. Do you have a doll like this that have this in there? I think it would be cool to a certain extent, but for the most part, most of us are collectors, and nothing wrong with having that as a collecting thing. But I'm just saying, it's just not cuddly. I don't find it as cuddly anyway.
Started producing breathing machines, animatronic skeletons, and heartbeat makers so your baby can look as realistic as...
Now, they're showing a video here, but that's not really. That's just, we all know this is AI moving the eyes on this doll.
as possible.
That's like a mad scientist being like, how far can I go?
Well, at the same time, it's just like, I'm God. Is it not? Also, what do you get out of like walking in a room and like you're like walking in the room and the baby's just like there like this? You want the biddy? The baby want the biddy? You get the biddy if you say please. The breathing machines and heartbeat maker machines are flesh-colored cubes with ribs on the outside that are placed inside the baby's chest. And these kits come with a remote that can make the baby emote, including pooping, screaming, crying, and laughing. We've seen babies cry, do the whole, because like little dolls that we've seen in the past, little girls get dolls, whatever. It's the breathing that gets me. Can you imagine seeing a room stacked with those?
And they're all breathing, slowly moving.
Welcome to the nursery.
You know what I would do? I would have a room of all these baby dolls and have one real baby.
You have 3 minutes to find him. In 3 minutes, the door will seal shut and a poisonous gas will be emitted. Good luck. I'm once again thinking about the kid walking in. This is mommy's nursery. Do you want to see it? Okay. She like opens the door and you're just like looking up at your mom. I stay at grandma's for a couple days.
I remember when I first started doing reborning and getting the kits and stuff like that and showing it to my family, my kids, my mom and stuff. The looks on their faces was pure like, my mother has lost her freaking mind. It's too funny. When you're not familiar with it, it looks and feels so bizarre. The more you're engrossed in it, the more you understand it. It's not, but I don't know. I don't know. That's just the way it is. I mean, it's just the way society portrays individuals who are different, who collect or create or role play or whatever. I mean, Magic the Game, the whole Magic the Game is role playing, isn't it? Dungeons and Dragons, role playing, right? But anyway, it's just funny.
It's what it feels like. Oh, go in mommy's nursery. Brothers are sleeping. You go in there, there's 150 babies. I'm picturing this mom with like wiry hair, wearing like a bathrobe, and she's just like, you can't go to school today, you have to watch your brothers and sisters. And he's just like, they're asking about me at school.
Oh my gosh.
These animatronic skeletons look like something straight out of
I don't know what the hell that is. Is that... Oh, I think they do show that.
Five Nights at Freddy's. As they stiffly move back and forth, and some even have a voice box inside.
Yeah, these are robot babies or something. I don't know what these are, but...
To make it cry and scream. These lifelike features enable numerous channels to take this realistic approach even further through the elaborate role-playing and nursery videos, like the video titled Reborn Babies Laura and Landon Go to the Park Reborn Skit. A woman role-plays taking out her two children to the park, and in the video, she dresses them up, helps them down the slide, and voice acts in characters for the babies.
Do you want to help feed Landon? I think he's hungry. No, he's not. I just want to be in here.
Oh, I'm laughing because... I'm laughing because... It does look really weird, right? On the outside, it does look really weird. I know we're not weird. I know we're just doing what we do, right? It's just part of the thing, but it's just to the outside people looking in. It's got to look so weird, and it does. It does. Just like if we were to watch a video with a bunch of people doing Dungeons and Dragons, we would look at that and go, okay, especially the people that really get into character. I've played it before, and they really get into character, and they just wear get-ups and stuff, and it's just, yeah, it's really strange to the outsider who's not involved, but it's normalized to us. So
Hey, man. I know you're climbing, but come on, that's not on our course. No, Mommy.
This video has gained almost 90 million views, and many of the creators' other videos have reached like over 25 million views per video. And another popular roleplay video is showing off your morning routine with your baby. These typically involve waking the baby, dressing it, and feeding it. And on another channel, a woman shows off her new reborn doll nursery. She decorated it to look like a real baby's room with a crib, toys, and more. Her reborn dolls are placed in beds and a small tent in the corner, so it's like a little children's room. Let me ask you this: is there a difference in that right there of a person being like, yeah, this is my house, totally normal, and one room's like, this is my nursery room, and it's like a baby's room and there's a fake baby in there, right? It's all decked out. Is that any different than like the crazy bitch who has like a Coca-Cola merchandise collection? It's a whole room of Coca-Cola.
did you see that? It says Cuckoo Coca-Cola Collection. Cuckoo Coca-Cola Collection.
I would almost prefer the reborn baby room. If I sat there and like one of my dreams, I don't know why, I've always wanted a bathroom that's the Thing themed. On the floor, it's like fake snow and stuff, like weird light, like, you know what I mean? Is that any different than if this person doing that?
I think it's just the uncanniness of it. When I look at the Thing bathroom or Coca-Cola shelves, I know these are products, inanimate objects.
It gets weirder the more you have. Let me ask you this then. Here's a better one. It's 20 of each. 20 babies in cases where you're like, yeah, 20 babies. I'll collect them, all kinds, whatever. All from various artists. I like this artist, blah, 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 right? Would you rather go into that room or the guy who has like Thanos, Naruto statues, and there's like 20 of those? Is there a difference between that? Because at that point, there's no difference.
I love how he does that. I love how he does that. That's why I like it, because there is actually no difference. It's collecting, there's no difference. But for some reason, the reborn doll community collectors, there always has to be a problem with us. That's why we do it, right? Is there a problem with this guy? Does he have some mental health issues? I don't know what his life story is. A girl or whoever collects these things, it doesn't really matter. If you love it, you enjoy it, do it. That's all that matters. But it's just, I don't know, the way this video was put together. And hopefully people see that it isn't that different.
I would say I'd prefer probably the reborn, because they know it's like, I collect these because I like the artistry of it. Whereas the Thanos thing, I'd be like, okay, so you're like a nerd, like a comic book nerd.
So you're a nerd? Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the realistic baby. But even keeping them in like a glass case feels weird to me. I'm like, get them out. It's because it's too real, you know? I don't know. Many collectors don't stop.
And I do think that is what a lot of folks, maybe in the general public, they kind of look at it strange, because some dolls can look so realistic compared to like collecting a bunch of Ash and Drake dolls, which has been going on for a while. But once the reborn doll community and the art world came out and some dolls look so real, I think it's because of that realness people get a little bit, there's something, why don't you just have a real, like, what's up with that? Like, I think that's the way it kind of goes in the community, the public community.
Up at just one or two dolls. And some reborners build large personal collections with dozens or even hundreds of dolls displayed in cribs, cabinets, and themed rooms. Now see, if you're going into multiple rooms and it's like tons of cribs, that's creepy. Scary. It'd be the same thing though. It's like, because I've seen some YouTube videos of people being like, let me show off my anime statue collection or my comic book statue collection.
Like, yeah, like right here, his collection here, obviously, it's a shelf of a bunch of figurines, all kinds of figurines. Look at the stuff hanging on the walls. Like, he loves this shit. It's the same as a reborn doll collection in a nursery. It's the same sort of thing, right?
And it's rooms of glass cases. To me, I'm like, that's insane. Like, that's a one-bedroom apartment. It's just like glass cases everywhere, which, wait, more power to you. You're collecting them, I'm just saying. You're surrounded by it totally. Like,
It's in his bedroom, the bathroom, the kitchen.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so these are bathroom pieces. You're like, these
Oh my gosh. Basically, what he's putting out there is, if it's in your whole entire house, that is out to lunch. But if you have a room dedicated to it, it's okay in his viewpoint. But, you know, if I lived by myself, I'd probably have my whole house. I would.
collectors spend thousands of dollars on their dolls and will name each one, give them a specific personality and dress style. A collector named Mary Shortle claims to have over 500 reborn dolls in her collection. And the creepiest kinds of videos you can find are the reborn unboxing videos. Typically, when you order something, it comes in packing peanuts or bubble wrap. But for some reborn babies, it's a whole different world. Your basic
Oh, and it's sad that the unboxing, we all know in our world, when you unbox a reborn doll from an artist is so different. He's showing an actual just generic manufactured Temu and AliExpress doll, but it's not the same as actually all the gifting and beautiful unboxings that we or have been had the pleasure of experiencing or watching.
Dolls always come dressed in a onesie and have a lot of wrapping around their head, obstructing their face. And inside the box, there are usually toys, diapers, and sometimes bottles. But that kind of unboxing is for babies who are already born. Some reborners are interested in newborn babies, and those are shipped inside a silicone womb. It's kind of metal, dude, at the same time. It's like the ultimate alien blind box. When opening the box, you are expecting to cut open the womb and remove the baby. It's like those toys where it's like, oh, let's find our fossil in the sand or whatever. How sick is that?
Oh, I love the way he does these videos. It's just so funny. The music, the expressions, the sounds. He's a funny creator.
What if it came with a whole reborn woman?
Why are we there, dude? If it was like an Aztec sacrifice thing, thank you for your sacrifice. And you like take a knife, you're like, oh, into the stomach.
A whole reborn woman coming and then you sacrifice to get the reborn doll out of the woman.
Slime all over it. And the woman screams. The voice box inside, but the face is just like this. Can you imagine all the collectors too? Like if you had 500, there's 500 dead bodies. I feel bad for throwing away. I need to bury him in the backyard. Sometimes sellers go to another level and include fluid and bloody placentas inside the womb. There's a great deal of artistic talent among reborners. That's true. And as a result, some organizations host competitions to determine who can create the most beautiful doll. Many times, these competitions are held at doll conventions, but there are also independent competitions as well. The Reborn Artistry Alliance is an elite group of reborn doll artists that host an annual competition, and these competitions have multiple categories, which include small, large, fantasy, cuddle, and any style reborn dolls. Within these broader categories, there are more specific ones such as best hair, most creative, best silicone, best photo, and rising star. To enter, artists must be at least 18 years old, be a member of the RAA, and submit an application or portfolio showcasing their experience in the reborn doll making field. In addition to these rules, entries must pay a fee and select a skill level that ranges from novice to prototype artist. If you win in your category, you receive a ribbon and a certificate. I think that's kind of sick, actually. It all sounds really legit.
Yeah.
It almost seems like, yeah, we brought him a ribbon. You'd be like, holy sh... Similarly to the
I don't know what this is. What's this?
RAA competition, the Doll Awards of Excellence is a similar event with numerous categories and specific entry requirements. This event differs from the RAA because it doesn't just focus on reborn dolls, but all dolls in general. While events like this celebrate all types of dolls, let's take a closer look at the types of reborn dolls. There's a lot of them. Buckle up. Maybe shock warning. It looks like dead babies. I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you. If you're just getting into the hobby, the regular price for a reborn doll ranges from $90 to about $250.
Yeah, so that is definitely correct. We know this because he's speaking about manufactured Temu AliExpress reborn dolls, or terminology that's placed on dolls that look realistic but not art dolls.
Those are the prices for entry-level dolls. Some collectors can spend thousands of dollars on single dolls, ranging from $1,000 to over $6,000. This most expensive reborn doll ever sold was a female infant.
Did you guys know this? This reborn doll was sold for a whopping amount of $22,000. It's currently the most expensive reborn doll to be sold. Isn't it crazy that people spend so much money to buy such insane things? Well, yeah, people do spend a lot of money. Gosh, some people spend that much money to buy for a purse, right? But I just find that I don't know what doll this is. Anybody know what this doll is?
Doll for $22,000. It almost feels like they're buying like a racing horse, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Will she compete?
Yeah.
She's a ribbon winner, I'll tell you that much. What's even more insane is that these are the prices for dolls that don't have any of the special heartbeat or breathing features. They're just straight up silicone dolls. And the online stores you buy them from are pretty insane too. Websites like reborns.com and beautifulbaby.com.
So he's got this beautiful baby. Bountiful Baby doesn't realize we all know this is where you get the shit to make the dolls.
are two of the most popular stores where people buy from, as they offer thousands.
So I think, showcase dolls. Oh, maybe some of these dolls you can buy from. People on Bountiful Baby, they actually have dolls for sale, I guess.
Of babies to choose from. These websites serve as a large community hubs where users can share their latest creations, offer services like repairs and custom paintings, and respond to specific doll requests posted by others. The variety showcased on these platforms reflects the true diversity of the reborn doll community. Reborn dolls come in a wide range of sizes and shapes with numerous options available. It's no wonder the community is so large. You can buy newborn babies if it's your thing, but if you wanted, you could go back even further and buy small fetuses with their placentas. For fans of James Cameron, they can buy Navi dolls on Amazon. You want a baby Navi?
I want a Jake Sully.
Yeah, is he the one that's crippled with his legs don't work? Yeah, give me him before the transition. If fantasy is more your style, they have a fawn doll, which is a combination of half goat, half man, or you can even have a Cyclops baby with one massive big ol' eye. A super popular kind of doll from this category is the Centaur baby, with tons of listings and different sellers selling dolls of baby centaurs from a newborn centaur to just a little baby centaur. I want a little baby fetus centaur in the womb that I get to stab open and pull out. Welcome to Earth, sucker!
Do you think people... People do that? Do like fetus newborns?
Dude, I don't even want to open that can of worms. Reborn dolls have a massive market among horror fans, as you can buy dolls of werewolves, vampires, Frankenstein, clowns, zombies, and even Gage Creed from Pet Sematary, the baby who got hit by a semi. The scene's pretty brutal. Show it! Each comes with a little accessory that match their respective movies. There are dolls for animal lovers as well. You can have baby monkeys, infant humanoid cows, and baby hedgehogs to add to your collection. And if all of that didn't satisfy your needs, they also have Christmas-themed dolls, including Cindy Lou Who, the Grinch, and Krampus dolls, all available for purchase. They also have babies with birth defects and disorders. You want a fetal alcohol syndrome baby? I don't.
That's going over the top there, I think, Papa Meat. But anyway, yeah.
Drink, but I really want one. You can buy babies with cleft lips and others with Down syndrome and even a conjoined twin baby. But not everyone sees the appeal of these dolls. This community is subject to a lot of criticism and ridicule because people are either weirded out by it or they just think it's cringe. Which, like every other fucking community on Earth, dude.
Love that. Like every other community on Earth, dude.
For starters, some people believe that it is unethical for people to make these dolls so hyper-realistic because of hypotheticals like a predator getting hold of these or doing illegal activities with them. These criticisms have some merit, as there have been cases of predators using dolls for the exact purpose, which only makes the community look much worse. Most people learn about the community through memes and videos on TikTok and Twitter, but people...
What did that say? I just had to do it in other reborn dolls. What it said.
People often feel lost and are sometimes uneasy about seeing them in public. One woman was confused and weirded out when she saw a 40...
Okay, so this lady has her baby sitting in a regular chair next to her. Okay. People make videos about things like this. Yeah. It's just hate. You're going to find that in any community.
Year-old woman bring a reborn doll to a dinner and have it sit next to her in a high chair. That person's probably going through some... I think that's one of the cases where it's not just a collector, is what I would assume. A Disney adult reborner made a video trying to defend her actions of bringing her reborn baby in a stroller to Disneyland because it's a part of her therapy. If you look at the comments, they are mostly unsupportive.
Man, respectively, glad you have a support group. However, wouldn't actually therapy with the therapist be more coefficient than bringing a lifelong doll? This is a bunch of people that don't understand. It's just, you know, a lot of times when people take dolls out, I'm not going to say all the time, but a lot of times when people take dolls out, it's usually for YouTube content. That's a lot of times the reasoning.
Is a kind way of saying it. One family was almost torn apart after her husband was...
No, I didn't know this. Husband fired from family business after wife role-played with reborn dolls. What's the year? 2023. Yeah, like I've watched this gal before on her YouTube channel, but I had no idea he had to make a decision between current family business and what his wife was doing. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy to be placed in that position, really, for a hobby.
forced to choose between his wife's reborn business and his family's established business. Christina Keeler from Pennsylvania got into the reborn dolls as a form of therapy after losing a child during pregnancy. She loved her dolls so much that she decided to open up her store and sell her creations. Her and her husband started a YouTube channel and began making...
I didn't know she was a reborn doll artist. I thought she was basically a YouTuber. I didn't know she created dolls too, but there you go.
Content about their work of their reborn dolls. However, when their parents discovered their involvement with the reborn doll community, they were both disgusted and horrified. They gave their son an ultimatum.
When Bill's parents came home, they gave him an ultimatum to stop having the dolls. Why? Really? Was it that harsh? It was that harsh? You have to stop with the dolls or you're not going to be in the family business? Really?
Stand with his wife and forfeit his place in the family business, or cut ties with the reborn world and secure his inheritance. He ultimately chose to support his wife.
Christina explained, Bill said that he was not going to quit his job and didn't want me to stop having reborns because they were so therapeutic for me at the time. And his dad said, well, then you're fired. Really? That's crazy. That's crazy. I never, ever, ever knew that. I've only watched a few of her clips. I've never watched like videos and stuff like that. I don't even know if this gal is still out there. Is she? Reborn mom and dad. They must. I think their channel is quite popular, actually.
Was subsequently fired from his family's business. What a king. Also, too, oh my God, Dad, please, could I sell ladders? Could I be in a paint business, Dad? It's like, what the kind of choice is that? I'm going to support my wife. What is this? You can't be in the business with us. We're a glue family. There's a whole Reddit community called r/reborn.
Reborn doll cringe on Reddit. I don't go on Reddit, but I think, why do I think I searched something and I remember reading something there, but I don't go on Reddit. But a whole community trash and reborns. God, got nothing else better to do. I will say that I've been selling quite a few of my dolls there before Christmas. Well, and still on Facebook Marketplace because I can't sell to the States currently. So on Facebook Marketplace, and it's weird. People got nothing better to do but send you messages saying stupid things. Like instead of saying, a lot of times Reborn Marketplace, they hit the button and says, is this still available? Drives you crazy. But besides that, they send things like, real? Why would you collect these? This is so ugly. All this stuff. And I usually would ignore it. It depends on my mood of the day and my mood at the moment. And I think recently I sent a message back and said, oh, you got nothing better to do you? Get a hobby or something. Like, it's just, oh my gosh, some people just, their whole life is just to reach out to things that they think is strange, make fun of it, and it makes them feel better about themselves. I really don't get it.
Reborn doll cringe that constantly criticizes every aspect of reborn dolls. Its 81,000 members constantly refer to reborners as mentally.
If you own one, you're mentally ill and need professional help. Really? I've seen so many people, especially on TikTok, posting videos about their reborns. Many of them say they own them because they have lost a child, have had a miscarriage. Whilst I'm extremely sympathetic for them, being a mom myself, I couldn't imagine how they feel. I just think if you're at the stage in grief when you get a reborn doll and pretend it's a real baby, you're seriously mentally ill. Yeah, it's once again, people don't understand what we're talking about. Like, really? Read the book on the shit before you make comments. But there's always people like this. Always, 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 always will be. Ignore, laugh, move on.
Insane or make memes based on people's profiles. The subreddit also features parodies of reborners where users share intentionally bizarre or disturbing creations. They often use some techniques as traditional reborn artists, but apply them to craft their own twisted versions, which I do gotta say, it is pretty good. With the community already struggling to...
What do you think about a reborn doll cringe? Firstly, I do not like people making fun of my or other hobbies. Sometimes I do feel that the dolls they post there, at least those posts Reddit has shown me, do not follow that, oh, whatever, are terrible fakes that deserve to face the cringe, as long as people are not supporting fake reborn manufacturers. Oh yeah, of course, fake reborn manufacturers. Yeah, so it sounds like that a lot of things that are on reborn doll cringe are just pictures of things that are not actually reborn dolls. They're I don't know, creating something that looked like that Michael Jackson doll or whatever the hell it was. That's not what people usually do. Yes, there's a world out there of alternative babies, but that's not the regular collecting world as a whole. There's nothing wrong with that, but it seems like that's what this particular thing on Reddit focuses on.
Maintain a positive public perception, it becomes even more challenging to do so when there are reborn baby crimes. Because there are so many people buying and selling reborn dolls, scammers have emerged within the community, stealing thousands of dolls from buyers. I mean, a woman from Rockwood, Tennessee lost over $1,000 in an online scam while trying to buy a reborn doll. She had gotten into the hobby to cope with her disability, keeping her basically homebound. And having purchased a doll before, she was hoping to add another to her collection. She looked online and believed that she had found a reasonable price, but once she bought the doll, the seller kept adding new fees, like a $200 doll insurance. And
we all know that. It's so scary. You have to research so much. And that's why, besides a couple of people I've purchased dolls from, I started creating my own dolls because I didn't know where to go or who to buy from, or I had no clue what to do. And I thought, well, besides paying lots of money and some kind of weird doll it's not even worth $50, I will try to do it myself.
Some stamp fees for shipping. Once the price went over $1,000, she stopped sending the seller money and realized that she had just been scammed. That happens all the time. Yeah, anytime somebody's just like, oh, I need this more, just cut your losses immediately and be like, nah, dude, I'm good. Hey, Hunter's hack. Hunter's reborn baby or buying a baby off the dark web hack. Listen, if they don't just ship the thing out to you, just consider it a loss. Or how about the woman in the UK who scammed people by lying about having a
anti-abortion blogger admits hoax. Blogger claims pregnancy with sick child, but it was, and that was 2009. Well, that still continues. We know that was a recent thing not that long ago in the UK. I think it was the UK. With the doll. Her saying that she had a baby and blah, blah, blah. I believe I did a video on that. You can check that out.
Stillborn baby to get money and sympathy. Back in 2009, an anonymous mother went online talking about how her pregnancy and how her baby was recently diagnosed with a rare disorder called which is when the brain does not split properly between two sides. And over the course of 9 months,
in just a few short months, hundreds of thousands of readers driven to the site from another anti-abortion or religious site praised the mother for her strength.
Mother's story gained traction as thousands of people from religious websites followed her and sent her gifts and money.
You know what's really scary is it just reminds me of Gypsy Rose and what her mother did and how many people will really scam things for charity, and you see it more and more. And I think we see it more and more because of the internet. We're more apt to see these things, where prior to the internet we didn't know, but people still did it. But it just seems to be more in our face now that there's so many people doing that sort of thing, right? You have to be careful who you send money to.
However, after the baby was born, the mother posted a picture that was later identified as a reborn doll by the doll's creator. The creator said, quote, "I've made that doll enough times.
I've made that doll enough times. There was no mistaking it. A week in my reborn doll studio paying with me." Oh, okay.
That there's no mistaking it. I couldn't believe what she was trying to pull. It's outrageous that she would manipulate people like that. How f***ed up that be? You know that a baby's not real and you're like, that's one of mine. Scamming is such a prevalent issue that multiple reborn shops online have warning plastered all over stating to be careful of scams within the community. The Reborn Artistry Alliance has created a comprehensive webpage featuring a list of websites to avoid, specific sellers to steer clear of, and various types of scams found throughout the community.
Ooh, they have specific sellers to stay clear of on their website? I see another future video in the works.
On a different doll website, members post alerts about fraudulent business operating out of Guangdong, China, to help others avoid unreliable sellers. And Chinese sellers are a big issue amongst reborners as they steal the work of others and sell cheap copies of the other dolls. Yeah, that's just Chinese 101, dude.
They do that with Apple.
Literally anything. And it's not just people online being fooled. Due to owners taking their dolls out in public, there have been numerous instances in which police believe a real baby was in danger and ended up wasting city resources responding to the doll. In 2008, Australian police were alerted to an unresponsive baby.
For many people, reborn baby dolls are just plain creepy. Others believe that they're incredible and love to collect lifelike dolls. They look so much like a real baby that they even fooled the police. There was a case in Australia where police smashed through a window in a locked automobile to rescue. I've heard several different stories like this. Oh my goodness. And because of that, I did create actually like a magnet to put on your car. It's a magnet that says, oh gosh, what does it say? I had it for sale for a little while. It's not on my site for sale anymore, but it's a magnet. It said, stop, it's not a real baby, or something like that. And you just stick it on your car. So I have it in my car. So if I take my doll out with me and I'm not taking the doll in the store, I'll put that on the car. It's quite a sizable magnet, which is really good.
Be locked in a car. That's such a power move, dude. I'll leave it in the back. Like I said, 110-degree day. Windows rolled up. The baby's just in the back like this. Has the breathing machine in it, but the battery's going down, so it's like the voice box off. Unbeknownst to the police, the doll in the car was a woman's reborn doll. Police proceeded to burst open the window of the lady's new Hummer to try and save the baby, only to find it was fake. The aftermath of the incident is unknown. We had to put that detail in there. Her new Hummer, her bitchin' new wheels. Another woman from the UK had her house.
Police break into a woman's house to rescue abandoned baby. Ava Pryor makes the ultra-realistic reborn dolls as a hobby and sells them online.
Broken into by police trying to save one of her reborn dolls after they were called to her home. Ava Pryor, who's a 44-year-old woman, had just finished taking pictures of a newly constructed doll for her online shop, which she headed inside to visit a friend's house, leaving the doll on the floor. At the same time, her mother was trying to call her, unaware that her daughter had left her phone at their house. So she called the police. And when they showed up to the empty house, they saw the baby on the floor and broke in through the back door. Since then, the woman has had to put stickers.
Reborn dolls on premises. No babies are alone in the house. Please do not panic or break doors, windows, many things. She got that stuck in her window or her door or something.
On her house, on her windows that state, there are reborn dolls in the house. Please don't break in my windows. We're giving actual monsters just be like, the baby's crawling around in my house. Those are just reborn babies. Don't worry about them. Oh, okay. Yeah, the baby's in there. That's fine. In another incident, an unusual case emerged when New York City police were dispatched to Crochen Park in Queens because of numerous reports of a dead baby lying face down in the grass. When police arrived on the scene, they agreed with what they thought was...
I remember seeing this, or I did a little video on this too, yeah. That was pretty bad. And the baby is actually colored to look very deceased for a period of time. The blues and the grays and things.
The body of a 3-month-old baby that was already blue and purple. See, they paint him that way. Why did they do that? Once the medical examiner arrived on the scene, it was determined it was a fake doll. Nobody knows who put the doll there, and police are still investigating who could have possibly done it. Could you imagine being in a corner and they're just like, it's silicone?
Yeah.
They turned the baby into rubber? No, it's a doll. Oh.
Dude, that would fuck me up if I came on the scene. I saw a blue dead baby.
You know, you'd probably start smelling stuff too. Like your brain triggering, you're like, oh.
You'd pick it up. I don't think you'd register fully.
Well, listen. During this video, when we were like basically writing this document, one of the nurseries that we listed in here, we went to the Heavenly Touch Reborn Nursery. That was just...
Oh, that's cool. Heavenly Touch Reborn Nursery, turning ordinary dolls into lifelike creations. Okay.
Just outside of Kansas City. We drove there. It was driving distance. I really didn't know what to expect because, listen, when you look online at these things, it's always people just being like, look at these dolls that look real, and they look like dead babies. Going in there, it could not have been a more positive experience. We got to talk to the owner, which I will say, walking in there at first, it is a bit uncanny. You kind of go in and you're just kind of taken aback by everything. And also, the owner was sitting there and she was painting a doll, and it's like a fully naked giant red baby with its fucking balls out. And I was kind of like...
You know, it's something that we're used to. You know, we're engrossed in the world, but for someone who is not, it's got to be the strangest looking thing to experience firsthand. Oh, God.
Oh, whatever. But it was just cool seeing the process of like, oh yeah. We asked her about like, you know, what kind of clientele do you have? And she was awesome. She was like, oh no, it's mostly collectors. Social media likes to dramatize and like, oh, it's for people who are going through X, Y, and Z, which is probably true. But I think a lot of people, it's like just the same with like collecting Beanie Babies and stuff. And to be fair,
I love that he says that. It's mostly collectors. And he says, you know, basically, you know, there could be people going through different things in their lives, which is true. But the majority of folks, and even if it is, is. Like, it doesn't matter. But most of the time, it just doesn't, you can't blanket it everybody that collects reborn dolls, there's something wrong with them. It's just a collecting, like collecting Beanie Babies or whatever.
The more time we spent in there and just talked to her and just kind of like got a feel for how long she's been in business and stuff, the more normal everything became. So much so that by the end we were like, oh, this is sick, and we bought 2 of our own dolls. So, without further ado, I would like to tell you of some of the newer additions to the Papa Meat family here. Beautiful baby Modine. Hello?
I love that he bought a doll. Oh my god.
Oh, baby, go ahead, have a blinking contest with them. You'll win. I've tried many times. Look at him. He's a little pinky, he got a little hand. God damn, Odin, you gotta get your hair fixed up. You got burpee? You got burp?
Okay, we're all freaking over this section of the video.
Odin, you got a burp? He loves this. This is his favorite game.
Oh.
And last but not least, joining our beautiful family is my little son Pepper. Sorry, let me take off his deal. Look at him, Pepper. This is his happy dance. Oh, Pepper, look at you go. Pepper just loves to dance. I'm not even moving him. This is him doing it himself. Whoa! This is crazy. It's silicone. Let me tell you, we were talking about being a police officer and grabbing it. The silicone makes it feel like skin. I mean, the weight distribution, everything. It feels so real. The weight of everything, like when you're holding it, the head weighs a little more.
Look at his head. Look at all those veins. You gotta hold his neck. You have to hold his neck.
Oh my god. The freaking thing, it's probably got, by the time he's done playing with this doll and flipping and flopping it around, it's probably going to be ripped. The silicone's going to be ripped.
I'm easily about bad persistence. Go, dude. It's kind of fun, actually. So let it be written. So let it be done. Ooh, I'm creeping dead. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa.
Oh my god, this is hard to watch.
Awesome. The world of reborn dolls is a fascinating and unique realm that boasts a large and tight-knit community of enthusiasts online and in the real world. They're often criticized for their behavior, and sometimes rightfully so, but as we've learned, reborn dolls ain't your grandma's baby doll. They're much more than that. We will never truly understand what makes reborners so interested in these silicone dolls or how much bigger the community can get. Love it or hate it, the world of reborn dolls isn't going anywhere. Stay safe, and God bless. Good night.
It makes me uncomfortable, him flipping and flopping that doll. Oh my gosh. But anyway, I liked how he did it. I know a lot of people, I think he did it in a comedic way, very funny way. And also he created this video to enlighten folks, well, for content and to talk about the fact there's so many weird things that can be collected. The word weird is used if you don't understand something, right? And for the most part, if you don't understand anything that someone doesn't understand, they make fun of or think it is weird. Look, it looks like he has a video game. Freddy's, I don't know, Nightmare, Last Nights of Freddy's or something video game. Maybe he's a video game guy. I'm not really sure. Excuse me.
Hey, let me get Pepper's cat back on. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh. If you're still here, guys, please, I want to thank you so much for being here, for watching, and for actually sticking with me this far. And I really appreciate it. And I just thought I would do this funny, more lighter content video. Why does my head look crooked? Oh, my neck is, maybe that's why, because I'm holding my head crooked. Sorry, I've been having neck and shoulders and upper back pain for a while now. And it's just, we got a new mattress. Trevor, because of his body and stuff, didn't help. I've used a different type of pillow and I'm just still sore. But I'm looking at my stuff. I do tend to lopside. It's probably my posture. Yeah, I do have my head kind of tilted. I don't know. Anyway, edit that. Thank you. Please subscribe, like, share this video, and I do have a membership now if you're interested in that. Not a lot of whole lot of extras are going on right now. Just trying to grow the membership, and basically it is to support me and my channel so I can continue to do what I do. Thank you so much, guys. Take care of yourselves, and ta-ta for now.